Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! Today we will be streaming the last day of the final stages, or the whole tournament as we will, for the EU server. We are starting it off with Bila versus Mercy. I did get the room invite, so now we can go into the garage. Bit of house cleaning. There is a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is to avoid any stream sniping happening. And if you want to get rewards and you are from the EU server, you need to watch through the portal. Make sure that you are logged in, have accepted cookies, and that your tab stays active, because otherwise it will not work. And that's really it. And of course, I apologize for any brain derps and any coughing that I might do, because my throat is still acting up and all the talking I've been doing has not really helped it. I am living on cough drops though, so hopefully that will keep it at bay. I'm just apologizing in advance, because I know that there's no helping it if I do. So basically the portals will work from 8 p.m. sharp until 10 p.m. sharp CET. And that means that I will stream until the timers stop, basically. After that, basically, even if I wanted to stream longer, it won't matter because the timers will have stopped. So yeah, mine is currently working. I know that there's some links that have a bit of issues on the portals. Hopefully that will be fixed soon. Hello everyone in the chat. Of course, if you want to chat, you have to watch through YouTube because the portal don't let you chat. And you're always welcome, of course. But I also understand watching for the rewards. Basically, I do the same thing. I have my stream on the portal, so I can keep an eye on the stream's health and also get rewards, because free stuff is free. So yeah, we are streaming the second day of the final stages here. It's a double elimination, meaning that BPS got knocked out yesterday after they lost twice. And that means that Belove and Mercy will duke it out in the lower bracket finals, and whoever wins that then has to face Excellence in the grand finals. Nelsons so far has been amazingly strong. It's been great fun to watch. So I am looking forward to some very fun matches tonight. Ooh. You keep getting error 500. I'm not sure. For me, my portal link is working. I know that there's some that are not quite right now. So hopefully that will get sorted soon. We are below 3 minutes, so we can go into the room. And we see that Beat-Off is almost completely ready, but Mercy is already completely ready, which is exactly why I don't go into the room just yet. And we are starting it off on Desert Sands. Desert Sands looks like this. You have 3 bases pretty much in a straight line, but in very different areas. This one is a little bit secluded, but there are fire lines in there. Then you have this base, which is very out in the open, difficult to cap, but we have seen it happen before. And this base is a lot more secluded. For the most part, though, this season we've been seeing a lot of action in the desert, with basically people going hold down and trying to whittle each other down a little bit. Basically, with the meta being as heavy as it is, it's basically just crossfire lines as people go into the desert, and then we wait and see if we can shoot each other, and then at some point there's like it tilts one side, and then a team pushes to make sure that they basically punish any weakness that the other team may show. 1.5 minutes left to go. Some things are still changing. They are actually switching tanks there. Mercy now taking 2 Concept 1Bs, 4 Kranwagens, and a T-22 medium. And on Belov's side, we see 3 Kranwagens, potentially 4 and 3 Concept 1Bs. And this is the thing, it's been actually very fun to watch, because even though everyone is driving the same tanks, the difference between who picks what tank can make all the difference. The Kranwagens are absolutely great, and they have that super speed boost, but once they have to reload their whole thing, they're out for the count for a bit, whereas the Concept 1B in turn reloads fast in comparison. Okay, so apparently you need to, if you get error 500, you can just restart the browser, so to speak, or restart your whole device. But yeah, hopefully everything will go smoothly tonight. And basically you get vent containers. I should have kept mine closed though, actually, so I could show you what's in them. It's just little things. But free stuff is free, so I'm always happy with that. My timer just activated, so that is working. If the blue timer goes up, it's all right. And here we go, into the first game of this evening. And let's see. We see lots of pretty camos. Oh, I do like that camo that Samastito is using. I always find it confusing because I start on the blue side, but then sometimes I'm looking at the red nicknames because my brain is derping. So everyone is heading towards the desert, kind of as expected, with Watson already spawning there. The Lavrushka as well, he does get spotted as well. We see... Actually, Belov is not firing any blind shots, which I find very interesting. Because we've seen that Mercy definitely did, multiple ones. Ocean Nothing taking a little bit of a hit there. Watson is spotted as well though. Yevgeny taking a bit of a hit now. And I think this is the sole reason this T22 is here. He's just here to be a bit of a bully. Rimpelstiltskin being quite forward, so are Crip and Neep. We have Ephanium actually not going for the cap, but going up the ramp there. Classical losing a little bit more HP, as does Ocean Nothing. He's pretty much getting focused here. Ephanium basically flanking around here. That's going to be interesting, because we now have Parmesan already ready for that. Chipsick is turning around. And they have to be careful. They spot one another, which basically means that neither of them can push. We have Classical at the back there, trying to shoot Parmesan, but Parmesan was clever enough to go hull down here. So now we have Ocean Nothing making a move, takes another hit. The Lavrushka is also slowly but surely being whittled down. Rimpelstiltskin taking hits. Neep is reloading. Chipsick getting shots into Rimpelstiltskin, setting him on fire. Rimpelstiltskin is the first one gone, followed quickly by Yevgeny. Fripp not looking too healthy. Ocean Nothing very low on HP. And we have Parmesan versus Ephanium on the other side. Chipsick takes a hit but lands one as well. Ocean Nothing gets taken out. Varta not looking too healthy either. Gets taken out as well. And all of a sudden there are only 3 guns from Belov left. Classical seems to be having issues because he's not shooting. And is just pretty much getting murdered here. So it's just Lavrushka and Ephanium left. I'm not sure if that's connection issues or something else. The Lavrushka. They're all just standing still. I think Belov is having issues. Ephanium did shoot there. But multiple people just stood still and let themselves get shot here. I'm not sure what was going on there. I did show it this morning. I did on APAC today. But I'm not sure what was going on there. Did they just give up? Or were there connection issues? I don't know. Not a fan of that. Just over a minute left to go. Belov completely ready with 3 Kranwagens and 4 concept on Bs. And we have Mercy ready with 4 Kranwagens, 2 concept on Bs, and potentially an LT instead of a T22 medium. See, I'm getting tagged places, but no, that's not important. Basically, when I'm streaming, I try to keep an eye on certain channels on Discord just in case something is up. Because there have been a lot of issues this season, we can easily say. Watson went for the concept on B as well. But yeah, basically, there's been lots of issues, so I need to have a bit of an eye on Discord just in case stuff happens, and especially when you see connection issues like we saw last game. I'm not sure what was going on there. Here we go. Into the second game. Every time it doesn't load me in directly, I'm still always afraid that I forgot to ready up. It's trauma from a long, long time ago. Speed booster activated. Samity to actually... They're shooting a bit too early. But now we see fire lines both sides. I think Palmerton did actually maybe get hit there. Not sure. Grip and Ocean nothing. Spot one another. Grip gets a bit of a shot in there. And immediately starts reloading its clip. Watson and Ocean nothing. Both taking hits here. And we now have both teams falling in, taking holding positions. Yevgeny losing bits of HP here. And we have it lighted on the other side of the plane here, but now in the Kranwagen. I wonder if the Concept 1B has the pen to shoot the Kranwagen in the face. With Premo, that is. Because not gonna lie, that's what I usually do when I meet a Kran. And it's dug in. Chipsik taking a bit of a damage there. They are shooting at the Lavrushka, but that did not go in. Parmesan losing more HP. Rimpelstiltskin flanked around. Basically the same thing that happened last time. Only this time with less of a reaction. Pilaf is pushing in. Ephanium loses a lot of HP. Decides to pull back, but by then he's almost dead. They are going after it lighted. And he gets murdered. Watson now being shot from multiple directions. Mercy seems a bit all over the place this time. Focus fire not quite there. The Lavrushka goes down. Trip goes down. Yevgeny will take... Oh, does not take out Chipsik, leaving him with a grand total of 14 HP. And we have Chipsik now turning around. They need to get that... Yevgeny and Chipsik both go down, making it 5v4 in Bila's favor. Ephanium gets taken out. Rimpelstiltskin gets taken out, making it 3v4. But HP-wise, Bilov still has the advantage. Watson is running around to avoid getting shot. Now you have healthy Kranwagens. Watson trying to get the shots in, but has to be careful to not get clipped here. Parmesan's not looking too healthy. Classical got set on fire and murdered by fire. Watson takes out Ocean nothing. Parmesan goes down. It is 3 versus 1. Watson reloading. And Warta basically has no chance. And the game is for Mercy. Still not sure what happened there last game. This one went differently. I like this snowman avatar. I always look at the camos and the avatars in the background. I can't help it, it's just me. And that means that with a score of 2-0, we are getting ready to go to Lagoon. Lagoon looks like this. You have 3 bases in very different areas of the map. Basically, we generally see a lot more... Well, no, on APAC we actually saw more action towards the beach. But usually we see action here and then in the middle. And maybe this side, well, this side that we just left there on the preview, usually is left alone a little bit. It's a very fancy camera work fly over this. So we have Mercy completely ready with 4 concept 1Bs, 2 Kranwagens and a Felice. And on Belove's side we see 5 Kranwagens, a 1F and 116 F3 and a concept 1B. Hey Silent Cooker. And I always like the difference between the servers, to be honest. Like, APAC always feels more chaotic, but I love that for them. It just makes for very fun games. But to be fair, with the current meta, you see similar actions here as well. Like, generally speaking, it is less of a patient game and more of a sort of like a brawl, let's say. Basically, you have just 2 sides digging in and then slowly whittling each other down a little bit. It lighter degrees. Let's see. Here we go. I wonder if we're gonna see B action here. I wonder which side they're gonna focus on at that. And we see Mercy focusing on the middle and on the C side. And we have Belov actually focusing more on the middle. So this could be interesting. Mercy about to meet Yevgeny. Ocean nothing. Spotting Watson. Watson getting shot at. And now we have 4 people that basically Belov knows are on that side. Varta is relocating together with Phanium to help Yevgeny. Base C has been gapped. That's a very quick gap. And Itlighted is being careful because he knows where he might get shot from, which is exactly from there, in the bushes to be exact. So he's using the rock. He has to be careful because this could be... Oh, nice shot into Ephanium there. We have Classical moving in, getting hit as he crosses over. So they know that they're gonna go for base A. Or maybe not. He's not making that move yet, probably because they don't know where everyone is right now. Or hoping to shoot it lighted. Who actually moved back now. Neep is getting shot at. But he is not there. He does get spotted there though. So now, oh, he does take a hit. Now they know he's in that corner. Yevgeny is holding, expecting a push. Ephanium is there to support Yevgeny. Blind shots happening in the bush where they think Ephanium might be. Varta is having a look. This is one of the things where not a lot seems to be happening. Rimpelstiltskin gets tracked there. And slowly but surely takes more hits. Varta does as well. It looks like Belov might be making a push here. But that will be a very expensive push for them. They are pushing in. Yevgeny going up. Ephanium taking multiple hits there. Crip seems to be the preferred target. We have Chipsick arriving as well. Crip barely holding on. But he is actually still there. I think he can get back up there, can't he? Yes, he can. And he does just that. Gets pushed though, literally. Neep losing a lot of HP. It lighted very low on HP. Has to be careful. As soon as they reload, he's going to be dead. He does land another one before he does that, though. Crypt now in danger. Chipsick in the corner. Crypt goes down. Yevgeny is moving. Ephanium low, very low on HP. Watson is basically dealing with Ocean Nothing. Can take him out, but has to be careful with the reserve shell. He does decide to use it, though. Ephanium, Ocean Nothing both go down. Neep not looking too healthy. Yevgeny is turning around to deal with him. Parmesan is moving in to the two one-shot Kranwagens, but they have a bit of support. Neep goes down. Parmesan not getting that kill shot. Varta and Yevgeny both go down, but now the Lavushka can clip out Parmesan. It's not going to be enough to kill him. Rumpelstiltskin is in the corner. Classical and Watson are looking at each other. They go down at the exact same time there. And now it is just Classical, who again is standing still and may be having issues. There he goes. I am wondering what is up with that, because I think that's the second time that's happened with Classical. Let's see. He did do damage, the least amount of the team, but he did do damage. I don't know what's going on there. I'm worried for them, though. Because now it is a 3-0, which means that Mercy is up for match point. If they win the next game, then they are through to the grand finals, and that would mean that Belov is out. And for the second game on Lagoon, we have Mercy ready with 5 Kranwagens, 1 Felice, and a Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, versus Belov in 2 Concept 1Bs, 4 Kranwagens, and 1 F3. At the same time, though, like, I'm seeing the side from Mercy, so I also see the people in the queue for Mercy. I don't know if Belov has anyone in the queue, but Classical is still in the team, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe nothing is wrong and it's kind of like the game is over. I don't know. It's... I don't know what to make of it. But let's see. The pressure is definitely on now. Because this is the thing. With the double elimination, it means you can lose once and you stay in. But if you are losing twice, then you're out of the game. And both these teams have lost once. That is how they ended up in the lower bracket. And that is why, basically, whoever loses it is out of the tour. Countdown clock has begun. We are getting ready to go in for potentially the last game of this matchup. To be honest, I don't know exactly what happened with the unit to get him marked like that on Blitz stars, but I do know that that doesn't happen accidentally or without proof, basically. It lighted heading towards the A side together with Watson, who is trying to move through Chipsick and Zamestito. Belov, in the meantime, is also splitting their forces up a bit. Neep is on his own. Watson going straight for the base, which is probably a good move because it's a free cap when you're a little light tank. This is funny. They were actually shooting here, which is where they would expect Watson. Neep getting shot at, that also means that they will have a bit of a more of a point advantage, because only now is Yevgeny moving in to take the base. And Neep is very alone there. And I think he's realizing that right now, using the speed boost to not be there anymore. Watson using it, getting to a different position to get some information. knocks down cover. This is the thing. When these people do that, they do that on purpose. That is to basically, he can go there later and they won't know if he's there or not. The little fast tanks, basically all important here because they give information. Watson is there to see who is where, basically. Something, no idea. I still can't read Cyrillic. Watson having a quick peek, but being very careful. He also doesn't want to be straight into the bush, because that will also betray him. But Belov is content to wait. Mercy has the advantage though, and technically speaking, if Watson can get out of there, there's not really a free kill anywhere for Belov to get. Classical relocating with the speed boost. No one going for base B yet. Everyone's just waiting. This is the thing though, like, I've said this before. There is so much information being passed back and forth here, even when you don't see any action. Every bush that falls, every little spot that happens, if they're getting blindshotted, they will hear it and they will see it impact the ground. They all know what that means. So basically, everything is information. Chris getting spotted and Classical getting spotted, they know that there's likely to be more people there. No one's going for base B. Literally, they're all waiting. We are 3 minutes into the match. And so far, Neep is the only one that took some damage. But point-wise, Mercy has the advantage here. Blind shots happening. But no one is there. But again, everything is information. He's still shooting. I'm not sure where he's shooting at. It seems to be very high. Let's have a look. Maybe there's a boost place somewhere or something? Because he was sort of like shooting over there. As if he expected someone there. I don't know. And we go back to our slow circle. Classical taking a tiny bit of a hit there. He does get shot back at. The Lavrushka got spotted. And everything, again, is information. Like, even if they get spotted, but they don't see anyone, that is also information, because then they know that it's likely Watson that spot them. Stuff like that. Let's see. Classical and Crip still exchanging little bits of HP here. We are at 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Watson still having a look. Spots Ocean nothing. And now we have Yevgeny and the Lavrushka making a move. Watson doesn't know this yet though. He has to be so careful. And he spots them. And they know where they will have been spotted from. And you see the blind shots into the bush. They know he's there. Mercy content to wait. Less than 2 minutes left of the whole match now. And again, Mercy has the advantage. Watson has to be careful because he is the most juicy targets that they can get. And it's almost like he's trying to bait them. And trying to make him get spotted. Classical losing a bit more HP. Mercy now moving in. They don't really need to do that, but I think they're anticipating a push. And they're deciding they're going to push first. So they're going after Rumpelstiltskin. Watson did take a hit there. Rumpelstiltskin gets to survive a little bit longer by bouncing. Does go down after that though. Watson escaped. Now the Clippers are reloading. The Lavrushka getting shot as he tries to get behind Neep. It lighted, moving down to avoid that happening. Crip not looking too healthy, is going to go down as well. He can't afford to... He actually does die. Base B is being contested. Mercy still has the advantage, if ever so slight. They want to take the kill. We have 35 seconds left. Zamestito goes down, and all of a sudden, Belov has the advantage. Neep Ephanium both go down. The Lavrushka goes down again. Mercy has the advantage with 22 seconds left to go. They also kept the base. Parmesan is the preferred target, is going to go down. Is it going to be enough? 850, 14 seconds left. They need to kill Ocean Nothing. They do kill Ocean Nothing. Watson, very low, is running away. My voice basically going haywire. 3, 2, 1. Mercy has the game. What a game that was, though. Holy crap. Pardon my French. That was bloody awesome. I am surprised at Mercy making the move, but I think that that's also a calculated risk, because basically by pushing the way they did, they forced Belov to react. They made it so that Belov couldn't play their own game, couldn't make the push that they had in mind. It forced the reaction where Mercy wanted it, and it was risky, but it did work out. And with that, Mercy is through to Grand Finals and Belov is out. What a game. Wow. Let's see. I have some replays to show. I also have tournament news, but I'm saving that for after the final matchup. So we have about 40 minutes left before we get the new room for Mercy versus Excellence. So I have some replays for you, and we're going to be watching those. I have some replays from fellow CCs that I'm quite excited to show off, because quite frankly they are OP. And we're going to start with this one. Oh, he actually has the gold striven camouflage. Such a great camo. I think he's also got it marked, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. He does. This is one of those tanks that it can work so well if people are not shooting you. At the same time, if they are, you die so fast. He doesn't really want to move. Now he woke up. He was looking the other way though, so he was awake. And the Waffen is going up the hill. And just casually like that, 1k damage. The thing is, the Waffen is so big though. I wonder if I could actually shoot where he's at. This is the thing also with the Waffen, like, it is huge, it can pack a massive wallop, but then it's like useless for half a minute. That's probably why I don't really like driving it. Nice. And another one. And another one. Nice. Casual 3k damage, nearly. They have the advantage when it comes to the players. Oh, we have the K91 in the middle. They are trying to take a base. He might get spotted for doing this. Nice. Kapoof. He's just lost most of his HP. And he did get spotted for that, but at this point, it doesn't even matter. They're not paying attention to him at all. Now he is moving, though. We know that there was a Death Star in the corner. I'm not sure if he's sure they're still there. Oh, he is. Let's see. I wouldn't really like pushing against the Death Star. He is making a move there. Nice. No, but now he's hiding. He's willing to help his teammate. His teammate is getting shot from the other side and murdered. GG. Still his best target, though. Now it's just him and another TD. Ooh, that was a blind shot. Now he's reloading the clip, which is a very costly thing. But I think he's going to protect base A, which is probably a good move. Go marks are shown in the tour. I think they're shown in any match. Basically, just not to the enemy team. Which I think is a very good thing, because honestly, that would make you get so focused. Brill is happy to wait. And he is slowly but surely lying in wait. Oh, there he is. Nice. He should have him if he pens all shots, which he's likely to. And he bounced. Oh, bless his heart. Well, he knew. This is the quick thinking of a pro player. Like, guesstimating where someone will probably be at, because that would make sense to them. And now basically driving through the rubble to avoid that being a potential issue later. And look at how much damage he's done, though. This is the thing. Like, when the Waffen works, it works so well. But it is so huge. I'm not really a fan of it, to be fair. Because it's just too large into paper. Oh, hello. It's just like, I don't care. Concept on B. Where did the FV go, though? Because that can hurt a lot if he shoots you. Nice going by the grill. Where did the dust start? Oh, there he is. And he missed. GG. That is 3 damage. Lovely game. Absolutely lovely. Get the gun mark, though. 97.72%. That is nuts. So yeah, just casually doing 7.3k damage. No biggie. And of course, I've got more people to show off. I also have a game from school. And honestly, for me, it's always such a pleasure to watch these guys in action, because basically, I know that I'm good, but when you watch these guys, it's another level. And I have days where I just absolutely knew about, like today. I'm really tired, so my brain doesn't quite work, and concentration is hard. That's part of the wonderful issues that are my health issues. So concentration is very difficult. And then you have games where it's just like, I know I'm better than this, it's just not coming out. I had a grand total of 0 damage in the G-Store earlier today. I needed 3rd classes, obviously that wasn't it. Are they actually capping the base? Ooh, they do get spotted there. Which is gonna say that likely means a camper. That's a special place for a heavy tank to be. Into the ditch we go. 2 tanks in the base. Spaghetti pulling back. There's a lot of tanks here though. No, don't get in each other's way. Honestly. Nice. I honestly don't know how one bounces that, especially in a paper tank. They are actually getting in each other's way, which is not helpful. Poof. That spaghetti is not going to survive long. Nice bit of bouncing there. They are facing... Did someone just do 5 damage with a shot? Are they just shooting HE? Really? $65 damage? That is not a player that I want on my team. I only want those on the enemy team. Oof. So just shooting HE in a medium tank, like, honestly. And... No, I thought he was going to wait for the tungsten to kick in. Because he is losing a whole lot of HP here. It's not grindable. It was basically... The Waffen is an event tank. And it's an event tank where you have to gamble in a... for a crate, and in the crate you can get a key, and with that key you can open a different crate. He lost his teammate. And with basically you had a 3% chance for a key, and then you had a 3% chance to get that tank from the second crate. I know it says Katov, but it sounds like Kapoof. So basically, chances for the Waffen were basically spend big, like really, really big, or get super, super lucky. And I think we got like 1 crate for free from the first one, obviously not the second one. I did buy crates, but then I got so lucky that I got the key from one of my bot crates, the first bot crate that I had. And then from that key, I got the Waffen, so I was just super lucky in that regard. Object 260, do your job. Nope, never mind. Kapoof. And the VK72 is a hard nut to crack. Old school actually doing proper things here, because basically you want to avoid duking it out with him directly without cover. And he does need help. That takes time to get there. He did just fire though. The question is, who would he kill first? Tungsten! And the VK is playing like a pro. He does have a clue what he's doing. Is it going to be enough though? Oh, it is going to be enough. GG. Nice job, guy. Beautiful game. Didn't make it look easy. It wasn't easy at all. But making all the right choices, showing all the right moves. Beautiful. So let's see. I have more to show off because I also have none other than Trapmelon to show off. In the Type 5 Heavy. Actually, earlier today, I was like, I tagged Trap and I was like, give me replay. Because he has so many OP games. It's insane. And generally, he makes it look stupid easy. And I was like, I can never do that. No, wait, no, actually. I could do that once. A few years ago, I had a game on the E100 on Himmelsdorf. And I did 8k damage. And that's the highest that I've ever done. And it's not recorded on my profile because that was before that happened. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how they released the Waffen. And Type 5 is basically a similar fate thing with very expensive crates. And I was lucky enough to get it relatively cheap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's actually the thing that I hit, and that's the stupidest part. I'm still surprised I got the Waffen that way. But I'll take it. Thing is with the type though, this is also a tank you won't know, since you've not played much recently, in recent years. This is one of those tanks, it is huge, it is very armored, and it packs a massive wallop. Like you can see. That is the regular ammo. The Death Star is going to get nuked there. Get set on fire, which is not going to help him. It does have a long reload though. It does have a huge amount of armor as well. And he's now being pushed. Some of these tanks are one-shots for him though. Like the Leo. But it is such a slow and cumbersome tank. To be fair, I'm not doing gun marks. I genuinely don't care. He's ignoring the E100. He wants the Kran. He really does want the Kran. E100 is now trying to chase him. He is actually faster. I wonder if you could cap them both with one shot. Wow, that's a bounced HE. But then we just push. Slowly bullying the Kranwagen here. And that's what this tank is really good at, to be honest. There we go. So now he has a full HP E100 to contend with, who is currently ignoring him, which is a good thing. Nice bounce. Oh. And then it takes so long to reload. And getting more CC replays, I like that. 3, 2, 1. Kapoof. That's obviously not what he's saying. So we know where the other two are. The mouse seems to be AFK. E100 wants to pull back. He's not going to get shot there. Question is, where are the... What's this gonna say? Where are they coming from? But then we have a huge tank. Nice. Oh, now it's technically a Kolobanov. You can push corpses with this tank though, that's a good thing. HE derp. Now you know that that is the biggest threat. There we go. Because Death Star is reloading. The E-100 is very slow. He's reloading as well. He has to be careful because the Death Star could technically murder him. Nice. And he's going to go after the Death Star. Oh, nice bounce. That was needed. Basically, the fact that they're running around is so funny to me. Because you're now just using the Death Star as armor. And the mouse is still AFK. This should be a Coloban off. I wonder, like, I know that basically AFK tanks die at the end of the battle. I do feel that they should basically just give the Coloban off in these cases. And this is basically a tank. It is fun. It is a funny tank. I still find it funny that they're running around. He's trying to lure him out. Nice. Nice bounce again as well. And he kind of has to keep his distance because face hugging in E100, I believe, is not going to go well. Nice bounce again. He has the small gun, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Missing. Oh. 46 seconds left. He doesn't have that much time. And the mouse is still AFK. Oh, this is helpful. He's actually giving him his side. Nice. Now just push him, maybe? No? He should have him, though. No, let yourself get stuck. Now you can shoot that part, though. Nice. My guy. Honestly. That is insane. Bloody epic. The fact that they just chase each other around buildings and stuff is so funny to me. But what an absolutely insane game. See, this is what I mean though. Like, when you see someone play like this and they get more than 2k base XP, just like, what? It's insane. Absolutely awesome. So we still have a little bit to go. I got another replay. I also got tagged in tournament news. Ah, that's about my leaks at the end. Let's see. I'm going to show off Moody first. And if we still have time after, I will well, we should have time after, actually. We have more than 40 minutes left. It's a game in the hurry. I like that camo, though. Just watering the plants. I think the tournament news is fun. Let's see. Hori going for the camping spot. This is the funniest thing, though. Like, when I watch these games, and I'm always like, I can't do that. There are every now and again, there are times that I actually can. And I'm so proud of me when that happens. He didn't get spotted for that. GG. He did get blind shot at that. Or maybe they were trying to shoot the grill who was spotted. Oh, that helps. Nice. Now he did get spotted. have they ever increased the grill's damage? If the Type 5 is doing 750, then the grill should be doing it too. I don't know, actually. To be fair, trying to keep track of balance changes is one of my biggest weaknesses because I generally don't really care. And that is everything to do with the fact that I can't remember those numbers. Like, I know that I can't remember the numbers, so I don't learn them. Like, on average, I know which kind of tank does about which kind of damage, but I don't know the exact values. So I just know that if it's... Oh, hello. Nice, double tap. That was beautiful. So yeah, I never keep up with the balance changes because of that. I can't believe that bend. So I don't know if they ever increased or decreased the grill's damage. Sometimes I have moments like where like that tank used to be so good or that tank used to be so bad and stuff like that. And I know when some tanks are over buffed because then they get advertised everywhere. Oh, that was useless. Yeah, to be fair, the E100 definitely should. Okay. But even if it was a pro, it's still trap. You have to keep that in mind too. Trap is OP. Oh, hello there. Nice. Sandbags. Oh, now it's 1v4. Oh, jeez. With quite a bit of HP between them. Let's see. They might try to get behind him. He has rocks. Rocks are his friend. T30 is going to ouch though. Yeah, he does. Nice. That is one of the biggest targets there. E100. Nice. Woo. I don't know where... Well, the 60p was at base A. Never mind. He is there. And he's basically using the rock to keep the T30 from shooting him. Expertly, I might say. Go, 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 go! Oh, well done. The two-shot camo. Yeah, that works. He does have the base, though. Sandbag time. There we go. Nice. See, this is another one of those OP guys that just makes it look so easy. Nice. I love it when you can shoot a tank in the face, honestly. And again. My guy. Yeah, that is fair. Beautiful. What a game. Mm. And makes it look so easy. Hori can be so troll though. It's one of those basically tanks that I don't drive enough. Like if I have to play in a Japanese tank, I will choose generally the STB or the STA. There's probably like prems that I'm forgetting. Let's see. I have another game from sort of Indie Goldstriven, which also deserves showing off. And we have time for it. Honestly, I like showing off fellow CCs, but also tour players and stuff. I like showcasing how good these people are. Because, like I said, I know I'm good. I'm not at this level. And it's just so fun to support one another. And I'm also just, when I see these games, I can learn from them and be amazed by what they do. Like Moody with the last game. The thing that saved this game was him shooting the AMX. That kill kept him from coming behind him. Everyone else was secondary target, basically. This is... No, don't block. Good. Don't block each other. I don't want you to get into trouble. This is like giant guns aimed in that direction. I pity the fool who peeks out. No one seems to be there, though. Nope, no one is there. T30 was one of my favorite of these when I got it. I remember that when I got it, and then afterwards I got the E4. I was so disappointed. And E4 is not a bad tank, don't get me wrong. It's just not T30. T30 in comparison is so much better. No. Honestly. Nice shot there. Is he actually going to come there? Nice. Nice. And that is the end of him. That is so mean. Let's see. Now he's on the APAC long reload though. So has to be careful. Oh, he's actually... The line is there. He's by far the most dangerous here. Get off! He missed. Nice. And kaboof. And he missed again. We like seeing that. Concept 1B should have him. Oh, he did actually get a kill. He killed the Yak Tiger. But Concept 1B should kill him. Easy peasy. Oh, attack is arriving. E5 there is the... I think he's AFK, maybe. Nice. He has a good friend in the Concept 1B. He's also a good player from a good clan, so makes sense that that stands out. No, the fire! We needed him. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poof. That should be the end of the IS-4. There we go. Nice! I was just gonna say, is he going to reload his clip? But it was a good choice that he did not. Ow. At least he's casually moving elsewhere to make himself a less easy target. No, he's actually going to go for the cap. You do need that base. We know where the E5 is. He was AFK. I don't think he's moved. Where's he gone? Nice! That was needed. Like the E5 was AFK, I would still cap the base just to secure it, just to be safe. He agrees. Because basically, if you have the cap, then you know your victory is secure. I find it actually so funny to see people talking about loving the E4 and not the T30. For me, it was exactly the other way around. He actually did move though, so he did drive at some point. He just went AFK again. Or has no idea that he's driving a tank. That's also a possibility. Well played there. Yeah. Thank you for letting me show all these cool replays from you guys. It's lovely. Sorry. I did warn about that beforehand. Especially as we get later in the evening. It tends to happen more often. So yeah, that is my replay spiel up and over. Because in 4 minutes we're going to get the room. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, 4-ish minutes. So I'm not going to risk showing another replay. Because I always want to be in my garage when I get the invite. So that I can just join, ready up, leave again, and then go back until it's below 3 minutes. Because if you accept it later, there's a chance that you will basically betray lineups to one another. And to be fair, in this case, the lineups are not as interesting as we have seen in other seasons, where lineups would basically betray like a whole tactic. But yeah. I do agree with that. Lots of top players that these two tanks are in the wrong order in tech tree, like T30 and E4. I do agree with that. I think they would work better switched. I don't think there's any tank in tier 10 like the T30. So I think, yeah, I would like that better if that was different. But yeah, I remember that the E4 was my fourth line. I had the Yege line, and then the 268 line, and then the E3 line. And then I got the E4, and that was the only other TD line that was there. So after that, I switched to other things. But I was like, T30, I absolutely loved it. And I didn't mind the T28 prototype either. And then I got the E4 and was like, wow, this sucks. Just so didn't fit my playstyle. And the thing that did my head in the most was the fact that you can't turn your turret the full way. Like the T30, afterwards I learned that it just basically felt like a heavy, just with TD value, so to speak. So yeah, that's basically how I ended up there. I do love the T30 still. I don't play it much though. To be fair, I don't play a lot of tier 9 tanks except for the M48 Jaguar and the Standard B. That's also how I accidentally mocked the Standard B because I was just playing it a lot. And the Phase, I do play the Phase. But I don't think I've driven many tier 9 tanks. Well, driven as in not all that often need to go through all the tier 10s. Like all the tier 10s. There we go. There's my mark. GG. T55A, when it first came out, that was special. Got some literal single layer games there. 50 GP I really like. Haven't touched that in ages either. Standard B is slight difference in numbers. Skoda was when it was tier 8. I do like the AMX Proto. I like the Batchet AP better than the tier 10 Batchet. I've not touched the Avenir at all. There's a lot of tanks that I don't generally mind. I just don't drive it because I don't care enough. You can just tell by how amazing my stats are. Type 61 I've driven a few times. That was mainly when I needed to win in Japanese meds, I think, for battle posting. I do like the Cobra. Cobra I've touched a lot as well. Conway was when it was just released, basically, these stats, because it was completely broken. IS-8 I love. Object 704. You can tell that this was my second tier 9 ever. So I played it a lot. Then it's the 752 I absolutely love as well. E75 was, I think, my second heavy line ever. T54 I liked a lot as well. So it's not all bad. But I don't really touch tier 9 all that often anymore. There we go. We were waiting for that. Sorry. This is what happens when I'm just talking too much. Basically, my all-time favorite tanks forever and ever is the carrot. Love the carrot. Love the way that it drives. Love the shells. Love the bit of troll armor that it has. The only thing it misses is that degree of gun depression that it used to have, and then it would be absolute perfection. But I love it so much. So yeah, back to the tour stuff. We are now getting ready for the grand finals for the EU server. That will be between Excellence and Mercy. I am looking forward to that. Should be fun. We've seen quite a bit of Excellence. I haven't seen much of Mercy this season, but I've seen quite a bit of Excellence. And basically, it's just been wonderful. The way that they move, again, it just feels smooth, you know, like the teamwork and everything. They make it look easy. No, I'm a big 34 fan. So yeah, we now wait until the timer of the room drops below 3 minutes, then we can go in. So no lineups will be betrayed. And basically, they will probably already be readied up then. And we still have 3 minutes to cover before we actually go into the game then. 5 minutes is a long time when you're already all ready. But yeah, I do understand it. You have to give people time to arrive and ready up. But to be fair, players at this level are just always ready. They're watching for the room. They know when it's coming. And they make sure to be ready. So there we have it. We are below 3 minutes. I always just wait about 10 seconds longer just to be safe before I go into the room. And as we can see, Excellence is already completely ready with an F3, 2 kranwagens, 3 Felice, and een Rijmetallpanzerwagen. On Mercy's side, they are still coming in, ready up and everything. I don't think we will see a VK90. But there we go. Probably... Oh, no, chunks are changing. I was going to say 5 kranwagens, but we now only have 4. Only. A Felice, an F3, and Watson. It's another F3. So 3 kranwagens, 2 F3s, 1 Felice, and a Rijmetallpanzerwagen. It is really the meta of the super speed boost. And the meta of the Clippers, really. With 2 minutes left to go, we are getting ready to go to Alpenstadt. Alpenstadt looks like this. You have 3 bases. 1 in the middle, literally in the middle of the city. And 2 in pretty much respective corners. We generally see a lot of holding in this map. And if they have fast tanks, which in this case, they will both likely take, they are literally running around and just trying to cap the bases, seeing if someone is there. Earlier today, we saw on APAC at some point 1 fast tank was capping base C, and then the other came there as well, and they just spotted each other, and they was like, oh no! Moment. It's fun to watch. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go. I'm just reactivating my little electric pillow because it's comfy. And then we will see the first game. This is a best of 9 rather than the best of 7s that we have been seeing. Best of 9 meaning that the first team to 5 victories is the one that wins the championship here. Let's see if Excellence can carry it home, because like I said, Excellence has been very strong. But then we have Mercy. And what we have seen is phenomenal as well. Oh my god. The Durchbruchswagen too. Try, I should say then, if we are going to keep it. I haven't driven that tank in ages. Like literal ages. To be fair, I don't really Soul Club much anymore. Like for light tank missions and quick aces, stuff like that. But for the most part, for events and stuff, you have to play tier 4 and higher, so tier 3 doesn't count. Which is just so unfair. And here we go. Actually got an invite there, seems like. Let's see. The fleeces with the pretty camos. Realism going forwards quickly. All of Mercy going to the other direction though, with Watson going the fastest. And Irrealism isn't spotting anyone crossing over. It's a very cheeky place to be. With the Krautwagens lying in wait in spawn, base C is getting kept. Irrealism now making a move. Blind shots are happening, base A is getting kept. But look at this trap though. Although it's not a trap, they're pushing him up. Is it working though? Like he's moving ever so slightly. I actually thought they were lying in wait. That's why I didn't quite understand the speed boost. But they did get him up there. No, don't fall down. That is, oh, he does immediately get spotted though. And they know he's up the hill. Uni is also spotted though. Irrealism gets spotted, has to be careful. I wonder what Neep can shoot from there. Uni moving forwards. Irrealism still shooting. We have Crip rotating. Neep has been spotted again. Both teams have a base, but Mercy kept theirs earlier, so they are at an advantage here. Let's see. Uni rotating around a little bit. Mercy being quite forwards. But careful, Paralympics. They are shooting the bush where they think Paralympics is at. And they are correct that he is there. And he will see them shoot the ground there. So he knows to be careful. The fast tanks aren't spotting him though. Paralympics deciding that he doesn't want to be there. Which I completely understand. Because if they were to push him, he would be quite dead. But this is a position where he's got a bit more support. And can still basically light people up. Let's see. Paralympics does take a hit there. Sorry. Chipsick losing a little bit of HP. And another bit of HP. Uni landing some big hits there. Virtually unpunished. Neep is landing some shots from there. Crossfire. Irrealism has to be careful. Oh, Chipsick has to be much more careful than this. Samastito do a grand total of 16 HP to Samastito. Irrealism doing a grand total of 16 HP damage to Samastito. Mercy now moving in. And they have to be careful. They are taking care of Crip. Neep is holding on the hill. I'm not sure if it is worth it by now, though. Uni is holding. Has all his shots ready, but waiting for Crip to make the move here. Jungle Skull goes down. Oof. Neep now going after Irrealism. Base B is not quite getting capped because that's not really the goal. Object 3 almost has a second shot, which allows him to kill Crip. Zamastito goes down. Starstruck goes down. They are now going to go after Neep. Base A has been stolen. Paralympics is in danger. Fired his reserve shell. Did not quite kill It Lighted, which is why Irrealism is there now, but it's actually Uni that takes home the kill there. And we are at 900 points, 940. Paralympics is not looking too healthy. Is going to get taken out. 960 with 3 bases. Base C is getting stolen back. But is it going to be enough with that kill? Mercy has the game. Still don't quite understand Neep's position there. He stayed there quite long as well. But the base game in the end won Mercy the game here. What a game. Ah, I can play games like that. We have seen such interesting games today though. I'm so happy with that. It's so much fun. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Let's see. There's apparently some issues for NA to not tour tonight. But hopefully stuff is working okay for EU. No Silent Cookers, sorry. I haven't learned them yet. I would need to listen to the song a lot more times for that. Plus, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to be comfortable singing a song about myself on stream, because that sounds egotistical to me. I do love it though. It's so sweet. Basically, Silent Cougar made a song for me, and he sent me the song and the lyrics. It's just so sweet. Mercy getting ready with 3 F3's, 1 kraanwagen only. Felice komt ze op B en een rij met haar panzerwagen. And on Excellence's side, we see a concept on B, 2 kraanwagens, 2 F3's, a Felice and an LT. Let's see. And here we go. And this is the... I am curious if we're going to see that push more often, because it took them a long time to get him there. And he did do 2nd place damage, but he was kind of like stuck in that position for a while. Irrealism heading towards the middle, as is Watson. They are likely going to be spotting one another. And they are. And they both take a hit. And Watson takes more hits. Irrealism should not really stay there. Watson has taken quite a lot of hits there. Is still alive though. Irrealism is hightailing it out of there. Parmesan taking a bit of a hit. As does Object 3. From It Lighted. Let's see, Krim now moving in. Are they going to cheekily get the base? They may get away with it, actually. No, Krim decided that he doesn't want to risk it. But they actually could. He is turning around and deciding to not be there instead. Irrealism is spotted. Has to be careful. It Lighted shooting the bush where Irrealism was at before. Mercy making a move. Pushing through the city. Going after Jungle Skog. Potentially. They do spot Paralympics and their push is halted. They are all spotted. Object 3 taking a hit. Irrealism shooting It Lighted there. Keeping him spotted for longer. Nice shot by Object 3 as well. Ooh, careful. He does not get spotted for that. He is going to go for the base. actually shooting cheekily at Neep and Chipsick. A and C are both getting capped at the same time. C will be capped just that split second before. Paralympics shooting the blind bush that Parmesan is not quite at yet. And then turning around. Prim is duking it out with It Lighted. Starstruck is holding. Lots of relocating happening this match. Everyone from Excellence got out of there when here. And now we have the Mercy F3s moving in. And I think Prim is sort of smelling that could happen. And at the same time, they're pulling back again. It's like they're sensing each other. It's so fun to watch this. Iridium at the back, shooting at empty spaces because no one is there. And the F3s are moving back. Both teams have about the same line of tanks. Parmesan going back there as well. Unino also relocating. This is one of those games where it's just like, it seems that nothing is happening, but so much is happening. Blind shot into the bush there. I think that's why Parmesan is holding. The funniest thing that it almost seems like they're AFK with the way that they're just standing still. Zamestito moving forwards. They're not quite spotting anyone. I don't believe anyone is spotted right now. They have no idea. Oh no, never mind. Krim and Zamestito spot one another. They don't know who is where exactly. Let's see. Some shots happening and then immediately reloading the whole clip. Let's see. Shots fired. Kramer taking a hit. We are at less than 2 minutes already. Both teams dug in completely. And I wonder what they're going to do, because now Krim is relocating, is pulling back. Object 3 is there as well. Irrealism is still... Oh, does get spotted. Has to be... Oh, immediately gets shot at. Now they're going to 4 base B. They're shooting Krim. Starstruck. They can't afford to let them take the base. That's the issue. They can't afford to let them take the base. They do reset Object 3, losing a lot of HP. They have to be careful not to lose a tank as well, because they need that. Goes down. B gets stolen again. We are less than a minute. And right now, Excellence has all the advantages as long as they stay alive for another 50 seconds. Jungle Skulk is reloading. We have Samastito moving in. Watson goes down, making the score 970 for Excellence. It Lighted and Parmesan not looking too healthy, with Parmesan dying to Irrealism. The game is for Excellence. And what a slow... This is like the first tour in ages where I've seen this many games go to close to or even the whole 7 minutes. It's nuts. And I think that's to do with this basically hold down heavy meta. What a game. Again, beautiful. So now the score is 1-1. We are moving on to the next map, which is Main Ruins. Main Ruins looks like this. You have, of course, the bridges. You have 3 bases. Very different places of the map. Earlier today, we saw a Hori basically flank around Cap Base A and Cap behind the enemy. And he survived the game. But oh, that's just... When you get games like this, it's just so exciting. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I get that the meta is a bit boring in a way, and I don't like that a tank like the Felice, which has only been sold once and for like €300, is part of that meta. But I think this may be one of the most exciting tour seasons we've seen in a while. It's just so fun to watch. Like with the super speed boost, everything is basically just so versatile, can go in so many different places and everything. It's just so fun. I'm enjoying this immensely. You can't tell. And it's so funny because every season I'm like, do I really want to do this again? Because it takes away so many evenings and takes up so much time and energy and everything. And every time that I start streaming, I'm like, yes, I do want to do this because it's so fun. Getting a front row seat to these games is just amazing. I love it so much. And let's see, into the 3rd game of this grand finals we go. And let's have a look. Super speed boost everywhere. Irrealism actually in a 1-2-1 this time. We have seen that tank a few times as well. And he may be in trouble, but he's not completely alone. He's got Object 3 behind him. That's a good one to have behind you for support. Irrealism spotting multiple tanks there. Prim and It Lighted both losing quite a bit of HP. Now we have Crip also spotted, so Irrealism knows that he has to be careful. This is something I noticed earlier. People were on this bridge, like over here, getting shots into where Crip is at. Check 3 now also shooting. Watson losing HP. So does Starstruck. We have Jungle Skog now in danger with Neat behind and Watson in front. Starstruck losing quite a bit of HP. Excellence seems to be flailing a little bit in a way. It Lighted is the first one gone though. Object 3 pulling back. No, I need to take my words back. That is not flailing. That's just pushing and well. Crim getting murdered. Can't survive this. Parmesan getting tracked. No base has been kept. Crip very low on HP. Zamestito as well, but both Paralympics and Object 3 are reloaded. Look at all the module damage though. Jungle Skull goes down. Nice bounce by Crip. Paralympics now shooting the ground. Uni taking out Zamestito though. And Crip again bouncing. But then goes down to Paralympics. We have Parmesan up top together with Neep. Parmesan taking the hit, Neep taking another hit. They need to take out Irrealism. They do that. They take out Paralympics. It is 4 versus 3. Uni gets taken out. 4 versus 2 is just Object 3. And Starstruck. Gypsy going in. But it's actually Neep that gets the kill. And now it is just Object 3. And this is basically Mercy responding to that push in perfection. They absorbed it so well. Hello, Nuno. Hello, Andy. Two of my favorite people in the chat right now. Like, favorite people in the world. It's just, I haven't played tours since the first. Oh no, I have played some casual tours, but I haven't played professionally since the very first Twister. It's just too stressful. I don't enjoy the stress. I don't enjoy the pressure. But I absolutely enjoy watching these games. Having like a front row seat like this. Getting to commentate feels like such an honor. And I don't pretend to know everything, and I don't pretend to always see what's going on. And I always feel guilty when I know that I'm noobing out when these guys deserve so much better. But you know, like I said, I feel honored to be able to do this. Mercy now ready with a concept 1B, 4 Kranwagens, a 121 and a Phillies. And Excellence is getting ready with Lahori, 2 F3s, 2 Phillies, potentially another 1-1 and potentially another F3. There we are. And no 1-1, just another Phillies. Doo, doo, doo. I will be happy when the season is over, though. Just on the fact that I can just have quiet evenings again. But it is fun. It is so fun. You don't get this with randoms. Countdown clock has begun. And when the matches are like close and exciting and just go down to the last second or to the last point, is I love it. I will repeat it plenty more times tonight based on these games. I remember back in the day, one of our community managers was like giving me feedback, let's say, on how I was streaming. And one of the things he said was that I sounded too dull and I needed to just sound more exciting. And it's just like, I can't do that. I can't fake it. I can't pretend to be excited when I'm not. So when you hear me excited on stream, I am genuinely excited about what I'm seeing. And that's how it should always be, in my opinion. But yeah, that's also probably why I'm still a small fry YouTuber. It lighted, going for the cap. No one from Excellence is around there, so that will be a free cap. Zames Diesel does get spotted though, so does Jungle Skok. First hit taken, and another one. The thing is, the mod that I use lets me fly so high. Sometimes I feel like a bit too high. Iridism going for the base B cap. We don't see that very often these days. Blind shot into a bush where there is no one. Iridism does get spotted, but does not get reset. Gets away with it. Might eat one. But no he doesn't. A also being kept. Apparently Discord died. That is not a good thing. Oh dear. Uni using the quick commands. Let's pray. Oh dear. Watson. Oof. The shot's not quite connecting there with Watson. Jungle Squawk wanting to spot deep left. Now we have Crypt moving in. Discord is dead. Don't know if it's dead for me. Luckily, I don't need it for this. Back in the day when we had like the official streams on the official channel, I did definitely need Discord because we were all on Discord together and that was where we did our commentary. Realism deciding to get some shots in. Now he has to be... Ooh, not sure that this was a wise choice. Excellence making the push. Realism is alive. Not gonna lie, I understand that Discord being down is definitely an issue. I'm not contesting that at all. I am enjoying seeing some of the interactions though. A red line. Jungle Skulk finding Neep. And we have Crypt behind there. We're at 830 points with the 2 bases that Excellence has. I think they were talking about the issues with Discord earlier, but that was more in relation to NA. Fripp goes down 950 points. If they kill Watson, then they have it. And they do kill Watson, and they have it. Irrealism is no longer alive. But it doesn't matter, Excellence has the game, because they were already at 1k points. Hey Dan. Yeah, I know that Neep is noob, but I don't want to call him that. That's why I always say Neep. Because in this case, it basically, if I were to continuously insult someone in game, they could actually report me for it as well. So I just want to avoid that happening. So the score is now 2-2. We are moving on to Yukon. Yukon looks like this. Our first 4 bases map of the evening here. I think, if I remember correctly, but my brain is all over the place, so I don't know. 2 closest to their respective spawns and 2 in separate corners, basically. We have seen some very interesting games on this map earlier today as well, so I am looking forward to this. The thing is, I've streamed APAC server and now EU, so I feel very lucky and privileged. I still speak to Darren. I occasionally message Brian. I haven't heard from Fujit in ages, and I haven't heard from Bushka in ages. I think Fujit quit Blitz and everything around it altogether, which is a shame. So did Brian, but I have Brian on Facebook, so it's easier to just keep in a bit of contact there. He's a father now of 2 and very happy. Darren is a father of 7 and very happy. That's a load of kids, though. He could make a tournament team of his own. But yeah, for Yukon, we see Excellence taking 4 Kranwagens, a concept on B, a Verlies, and an LT. And Mercy taking 3 Kranwagens, a Verlies, a concept on B, and 2 F3s. And here we go. I can only assume, by the way, that everyone has the same Discord issues. I do hope for them that it is working again, though. So the ooh, okay. Discord is like completely down. GG. That could be a problem. But they know the tactics. Maybe they're now calling over WhatsApp. It is possible. If they have each other's numbers. Irrealism going for a quick spot. And he does spot Watson. And then does get spotted, but goes into base A quickly. Starts for going for base B. And that gives Excellence dominance over 2 bases at once. Base C did not get decapped there. Uni does take a little bit of a hit. And another one. That is a bit ballsy, though. And he does not land that hit. Blind shot into the bush where no one is. Both teams have 2 bases. Basically, Mercy has like a tiny, absolutely tiny advantage here, but I don't think that's enough to actually work the time. That would be a draw. I think that maybe after that it looks at HP. So they will both need to make a move at some point. Realism spots it lighted. It lighted knows that he's been spotted. And knows that it has to be Irrealism when he gets hit by Jungle Skog all the way at the back there. The thing is, though, that these guys also know the stats of tanks. They know who they're getting hit by. Let's see. Yeah, PC is now allowed in bits and pieces. Not in all tournaments, but it is in this one. They are now holding. Everyone content to wait for now. I do wonder, by the way, if they are on voice now together somewhere. Be it on Discord or WhatsApp or whatever. Because it is still the grand finals. They do definitely need the voice communication. Any realism just running around. They have to be careful. They can't drive into base C. Because we have Crip protecting that. They do look almost AFK in these stages. Paralympics holding. Not spotting anyone. Irrealism. Rotating back. Doing the spotty spot. Basically driving backwards here to spot. And spotting it lighted. Who is not expecting him to be where he's at. It's a cheeky shot there. Before using the rock to wait to get unspotted again. Look at Parmesan though, lying in wait. Waiting. And he does spot Parmesan as well. And now he just has to wait to get unspotted again. More shots happening. But no one's been damaged. Irrealism. Running away from there. We are at 830 points now, with both teams having 2 bases. The question is, what are they going to do in order to work things to their favor? All they need to do, technically, is stand in base C ever so briefly. They don't need to cap it, they just need to stand in it. Irrealism, rotating back around, waiting for the push. And again, they only need to stand in the base briefly. Now we have Mercy pushing. So has Starstruck. They just need to stand a little bit into the base. Just to get that advantage. Watson, if they get a kill, they have it. If they get a kill, either which way, Watson dies and the game is for excellence. Uni still dies, but the game is still for excellence. Such patient games. Oh my lord. And yes, by the way, Floris, I am from the Netherlands. Beautiful game. I hope they're on voice somewhere together. I kind of imagine they are, because you don't see any quick commands and chats being used anymore. So I reckon they are on voice somewhere. Can you just imagine, like, if this core died? All the information that would be lost. That would be an issue, honestly. Like, I have the phone numbers of a bunch of my clanmates, but that's basically for emergency, because we've had some people that were just gone and we never heard from again, and I just want to avoid that happening. I don't mind people quitting, mind you. Like, the game has an expiration date for everyone, and if someone wants to stop playing, fine. But just let me know, you know? Yeah, it does sound like a DDoS attack. Yeah, okay. Bushka still does a bit of Blitz, but mostly PUBG because it pays better. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I did try to play PUBG, but with all the cheaters in there, I didn't enjoy it, so I stopped. Plus, to be fair, I'm not really I did play it on mobile, though. 16 seconds left to go before we go into the second game on Yukon. We see excellence with 5 Kranwagens, an F3 and a Panzerwagen. Whereas Mercy is taking 4 Kranwagens, a Felice, an F3 and a... Don't stress me out like that. Guys. That was almost a 7 to 6. Why do you do this? Lots of underscores was moved in. Oh, jeez. At least they all loaded in. Because that wasn't stressful at all. Didn't nearly give me a heart attack or anything. Let's see. If the game's being this long, I also don't have to fill in much time later on. Time might be over before the tour is over. That would be a first. Irrealism going for the spot. The thing is, you don't have to be patient to see if anyone is there. Starstruck going for base C. Basically, Irrealism not spotting anyone. Not quite going for A just yet either. So now we have Irrealism, who did fire a shot, did not get spotted for it, which is also telling everything is information. If you shoot, it's information for you and for them. Basically, when you shoot and you don't get spotted, you know that there's no one here to see you. Everything is information. Let's see. Chipstick has been spotted. Starstruck did take a little bit of a hit. But now Excellence has a tiny advantage. Again though, that's just a matter of just standing in the base for just a split second to get that advantage back. Let's see, Irrealism still shooting bushes. But there is no one there. And you will always have to find the balance of trying to see if anyone is there, shooting blind spotting bushes, and not wasting your ammo. Please do keep the chat English though, like I can understand what you're saying, but it's not fair to the people that can't. Starstruck. He's in a precarious position, has to be very careful there. They now know that there's at least one, probably two, people lying in wait there though. So it's quite spread out, but to be fair, so is Mercy, but they're more cluttered together. Like you have a little clutter there, you have a little clutter here, and you have another clutter there. But now you have Excellence slowly relocating, potentially going to push those two Kranwagens. Because if you just take enough tanks, that can definitely work. They are being very careful because they don't quite know how many tanks are where. Starstruck taking another hit. And another one. They don't really have the time to wait. They have to push. Starstruck low on HP. Krim is there. The Kranwagens are both spotted now. They know that there's two. Now, base C is getting capped. And we have the speed boost activated being all around. They are going after It Lighted first. Tracking him. Crip is there as well. It Lighted goes down. Neep, very low on HP, goes down as well. Starstruck is gone on the other side and Mercy has kept base C. They need to get the base back. They need to get base B or another tank or both. And they need to get it quickly. Uni moving in. They've now lost their point advantage. And it will take time to cap. Base A is also being capped. We have Irrealism capping the base there. Crip actually getting blocked by Parmesan there. Getting him killed. C is being stolen. B is being taken. Paralympics holding. A is capped. This is a battle of the points all over again. B is getting stolen. Object 3 is in danger. Irrealism is not going to go for base C. Base D is not. Jungle Skull goes down. 924 points for 4v4. They are contesting each other. Ooh, they need underscores in Object 3. They both go down. Irrealism races to help against Watson. They want to get that base. They need to get that base. Base B now again being stolen. Oh, Krim goes down and the game is for Mercy. Jeez. Again, Flores, English, please. And yes, I do still play the game. I just don't play competitively. I just watch competitively. So for the 7th game of this best of 9, we are moving on to Molendijk. Neither of these teams is up for match points yet. Molendijk, my most favorite map of the game, also because I'm heavily biased and it is based on my country. It looks so good. I love playing on it. Basically, the thing is that the only wrong thing is that it's too hilly, because the Netherlands is flat. But overall, it is such a beautiful map. And I'm still very happy that I got to meet the guy that made it and thank him in person for it, because I love it. I know not everyone does, but I definitely do. So for the 7th game, we see Excellence taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kranwagens and 2 Concept Bs. And Mercy is taking a Panzerwagen, a Felice, a Concept B, and 4 Kranwagens plus. There we go. Everyone ready? No, maybe not. Why you do this? Please keep your members in your team. Let's see. I've been playing the game since 2014, by the way. Like a month after it was first launched. I'm old. And here we go. Let's see what happens on Molendijk. And yes, the games will be going when the portal is over. Basically, if you watch from the beginning, then by now you should have all the rewards on the portal. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Up, and away. Irrealism. Heading towards the A side. Starstruck using the super speed boost, but so is Watson. Watson is spotted. Spots Starstruck, doesn't spot anyone else, and does go for base C. Which is a good move, clever move. If you don't see anyone going into town, then you know that you have a free cap there. And even though base A is being kept on the other side, you will have a bit of a point advantage there, enough to make a difference. This Zeppelin just went down there. Let's see. We're pushing a bit forwards. Mercy is relocating a little bit. They have to be careful. Like, if all of Excellence were to push there, they don't have enough tanks there. But they are lying in wait. And we have Watson just having a look to see if anyone is going to come to town. Starstruck and Crip. And not to mention these guys are all looking in this direction. Ready to decap B if it's cap. I wonder if these guys, I think... Is that a bug with the shake? They look to be shaking so much though. Prim did spot Parmesan and Neep, if I remember correctly, or Neep is elsewhere. So they know that there's people lying in wait there. And he's trying to determine... No, there's Neep. Neep gets spotted again. And gets shot at. But they know that there's at least one person lying in wait. Union Object 3 slowly making their way to town. Which is where... Ooh, shot in the bush there. Not the right bush. But they are looking to see if Watson is there somewhere. Let's see. Uni. Using the speed boost to move forwards. It's going to get spotted soonish, I think. Maybe? Is he in the wrong bush? No, he does get spotted there. He's the only one. He's blind shotting. But now we have object 3 also arriving. Watson may be in danger. Object 3 is waiting until Uni has reloaded. No, he's actually turning around now. And now Watson actually got spotted there. And basically Mercy has a tiny point advantage. They need to get base C, stand in base C. Irrealism, Starstruck both spotted. Crip as well. And basically now base A is being stolen. Base C should get stolen as well soon, but that will just give Mercy a bit of a bigger point advantage here. Let's see. They need base B, or they need to decap, or at least steal the other base, or get kills. Blind shots are happening. Mercy is content to wait. They don't need to make the push. Nice shot there by Watson. All Mercy needs to do is wait and absorb the push wherever it comes. The question is, where will it come? Are they going to try and cap base B instead? Because that's also an option. But on the ramps and everything, there's just too much protection for base B and base A. Now they are pushing or attempting to. Parmesan hightailing it out of there. Or not quite hightailing, just relocating to avoid getting shot. They're trying to cap base B. That is the plan. And now we have multiple people pushing. They are getting away with capping the base. Is this going to be enough? Irrealism! Irrealism! What are you doing? Because that could be game over. That could be game over. If they kill Irrealism, no, Grip goes down first. And then Irrealism. And then Paralympics. And Mercy gets the game still. Oh my god, that push. That push cost them the game. They almost had it. Excellence almost had this game. And this is one of those games, like I always talk about games that teams have won and games that teams have lost. In this case, I feel that Excellence lost this game. Because they almost had it. If that push hadn't happened, maybe it was miscommunication, I don't know. This was so close. So for the second game on Molendijk, we now have Mercy up for match point. If they win the next game, then they are the champions of this tournament. So now the pressure is definitely on. Excellence is ready with 5 kraanwagens, een Rijnmeterpanzerwagen and an LT. And on Mercy's side we see 4 kraanwagens, 2 concept bombies, and a Rijnmeterpanzerwagen. Oh, 2 fast tanks for Excellence actually. That is important. You might get away with early caps here. I wonder what the tactics here is. I didn't know the Dutchies were going to get a team together for competition, to be honest. I know that there's quite a few Dutch players out there. I think for the most part they're part of international teams though, because most of us know English quite well. So we don't really need a national team for that. So we can... basically, if you're limited by a nationality, the teams that you can build are basically... The group of people you can choose from is a lot smaller. Let's see. Also funny that my Discord is not showing anything about issues just yet, though. Could well be that they are there, mind you. I'm not going into Discord right now. But yeah, basically I have a bunch of health conditions. And one of those is... Look at the missiles. GG. One of those is heavily influenced by stress. So that's why, as much as I love tours, and I know that I'm not the worst player, I can never play like these guys, and the stress would get me. Realism firing a quick shot. C is getting kept, but A is getting kept faster. So in this case, Mercy will have, again, ever so slightly a point advantage there. Uni gets spotted by It Lighted. And Mercy is kind of like, we're going this way, no, we're going that way. And they kind of do need that base B, though. That's the thing. This is one of the reasons that I love Modendijk. Because base B is tricky to get. Neep. Moving a little bit. Irrealism. What a ballsy move. Look where he's driving. He might get away with capping. Whereas Uni is making it look like he's the one that is trying. Uni has to be there to shoot Neep as he peeks out. He can take a little bit of a hit, if that means that Irrealism can take the base. Because this puts on the pressure. We've seen this move before, and it worked beautifully then too. Irrealism now making his way to town to get to safety and not get shot. And now the pressure is on Mercy. Excellence has the advantage now, with the points. Tiny bit of an HP disadvantage, but it's negligible. Yeah, it's just about 1k between. But with the bases both being in Excellent's hands, Mercy has to make the move. And they have to decide where. Crim is getting out of there. I think they're expecting a push over there. And Starstruck is pulling back as well. They are expecting the push to happen in the middle. I wonder if that means that Irrealism is going to go towards A and grab that. Now they're just rotating. Neep going into base B. Uni using the speed boost to get around. Starstruck. C being taken. A also being taken. Neep in danger. They're basically rotating map places. Base B can't really get taken right now. Chipstick may be a danger to Uni. He is shooting him. B is being stolen again. And they can't put Uni in the position that they wanted him in. And now, Mercy stole base B. Jungle Skog is very low on HP, is getting absolutely massacred here. Goes down. 860 points for Excellence. They still have the advantage right now, but with Starstruck also gone, they are now neck and neck. Chipstick is basically making sure that Irrealism can't run out of there. We have underscores chasing Irrealism, going after him to kill him. Parmesan goes down. Irrealism is still alive, if barely, but we are at 930 points. If Irrealism dies, which he is very likely to, they basically have the game. And he does go down, the same as Chipstick, but we are at 1k points. Excellence has it. By the way, the timers on the portal are long since over. And we are still going with the games. What beautiful games they are, though. I love it so much. Damage-wise, there's 12 damage between the teams here. I like that. Little bits of facts there. And we are getting ready to go to the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker being on Rockfield. Rockfield looks like this. You have 3 bases. It is, I think, a pretty balanced map, position-wise. Which would make it a good tiebreaker map, I think. Oh, I'm so curious to see how this will go. You have 3 bases. 1 near this bunker. 1 in the middle, like right there. And 1 on the other side. This is the same bunker. But this is all about catching each other's unawares. I wonder if we're going to see the fast tank boost happening. To be fair, like, if you have a championship, what is better than a tiebreaker? Mercy now ready with 4 kraanwagens, a Felice, a Hori, and a Panzerwagen. And we have Excellence ready with the Concept 1B, 5 kraanwagens, and an F3. Oh, I'm so curious to see what will happen. Because all these, no, almost all of these games have been so bloody close. Oh, I'm so... Countdown clock has begun as we get ready to go into the final game of this championship, this tournament, this matchup. And let's see. Do, do, do. This is so much fun. Watson using the speed boost to go and do a quick spotty spot. He's going to find Object 3 there. He doesn't cross people. No, he does spot Crim and he does spot Object 3 and he does shoot Object 3 as well. Irrealism. Oh, Crim also taking it. Going up. Watson careful. Irrealism is there as well, but they don't know yet. Uni taking hit from Dr. Watson there. This, oh, what's this gonna say? Did he get 4 damage there? Okay. They are slowly, they're going for a quick and aggressive game. They are going to take out Uni and they're basically focusing hard. Uni is the first one gone. Base A didn't even get capped. Base C did get capped by Irrealism though. And they are focusing with Watson and Crip over there. We're just going to have I'm just going to speed up my camera. Now they have to be careful. Object 3 is running around. Watson arriving. The bunch here is currently awaiting what happens. Watson is moving in. Free to take a hit from Irrealism without a problem. If that means taking out Irrealism. But he takes a big hit there though. Does not get that kill. Does take another shot. Paralympics on the other side not looking too healthy either. They are whittling each other down. Parmesan arriving. Defeating his sandbags and his adrenaline. Just to be a bully. Jungle Skog wants help. Big hits into Object 3. Crip moving around. Crim is there as well, arriving. Shooting the Hori. They have to be careful. They need them alive. Object 3 goes down. Parmesan pulls back. That is a 2-gun advantage. Irrealism very low on HP. I wonder if Watson, he is doing that. He is trying to shoot him. He misses. Is spotted though. It lighted. Not looking too healthy either. We have Neep arriving at the back there. Jungle Skog goes down. It lighted is still alive. Irrealism goes down in the end to Parmesan. There goes Paralympics. It is 7 versus 2. Even though Crim is relatively healthy. Crip does go down, making not a clean sweep here. Starstruck goes down. And we have Crim in the middle. Oh, Parmesan bouncing that shot. And we have Crim going to hug Watson. Watson gets the kill. And the game, the match, the championship are for Mercy. Amazing. What a tournament, guys, honestly. Commiserations to Excellence. Massive congratulations to Mercy. But I have to say, massive kudos to both of you because these games were chef's kiss. Honestly, absolutely brilliant. Loved it so much. Thank you so much for these games. Be love as well. It's been such a night, honestly. You can wake me up for this. I'm so happy. So yeah, congratulations to Mercy for winning the championship. That is it for the games. I do still have some news. I'm actually going to grab my cheat sheet if Discord is actually working, because that would help. It does seem to be. At least I can load my messages. So basically I have some tool news to share, which Waman gave me permission to share. So this is like official leaks, as they were calling it. Basically, on April 2nd, we will have a gravity tournament on, well, globally. So that's going to be fun on every server. Then on April 14th, we have the arena competition starting, which will take place for 3 days for NA and APAC and 4 days for EU. But after that, in early May, basically we get a new Blitzmaster. This is Blitzmasters something. We don't know the secret name yet. That's not been shared. But it's basically 3 prove your skills. After that, we get the professionals and all of that. It will be a money tournament. And one of the things that to note is that there will be 3 prove your skills. And basically, place 1 and place 2 of those prove your skills will qualify for the top 8. And the other 2 will qualify via cups. So basically, if you get knocked out a bit early, it doesn't mean that you can't qualify. You could still qualify with the cups that you earn overall, even if you don't directly qualify through the prove your skills themselves. More than that, what they've decided to do is, because people that get knocked out in day 1 have been not happy with just being knocked out and not having anything to do. So place 2 and 3 of day 1 will not qualify for the next day, but they will have more matches the next day. Basically, they get sort of like a last chance kind of thing, not to qualify, but they do get more rewards for that. So just to repeat, April 2nd, Gravity Tournament. April 14th, Arena Competition starts, which will last 3 days for NA and APAC, 4 days for EU. And then in early May, Blitzmasters something starts, and basically there will be 3 prove your skills. Places 1 and 2 from those prove your skills will qualify directly for the top 8. Places, basically the last 2 slots will go to those teams that have earned the most cups. So both cups and placing is important there. And it means that basically you don't have to win all the prove your skills in order to qualify, which I think is also a good thing. And then if you get knocked out on day 1, but you did place 2nd or 3rd there, then you will sort of like play on afterwards the next day for just more rewards. So that's my news. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I am excited to see the next season, especially with it being a money tournament. I think we will have all our, basically the all pros back that we kind of missed this season. Even though there were still plenty of them, they weren't all there. That is it for me for now. Again, massive congratulations to Mercy, commiserations to Excellence and Belove, and I can't speak anymore. But it's been so much fun watching all these games, and of course, we have our full. Let's see if I know it actually shows in previous now. It doesn't actually show in the right order. But Mercy number 1, Excellence 2nd place, Belove 3rd place, and BPS 4th place. It's been so much fun to stream this season, so thank you all so much for watching, and thank you, players and teams, for the beautiful games that we've seen. I had a lot of fun with this. So that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the tool news that I had. And I will be seeing you all next season. Bye!